Hello everyone, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Friday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Today in this matchup, we are battling off against the Indianapolis Colts in Week 13, and we are home. And I believe this is our second to last home game of the regular season, but do not hesitate. We will have a couple of home games in the postseason like we did last year in the wild card. We're likely going to have a home game in the wild card weekend. So we'll check out the playoff picture here in just a moment. And I like this bracket really. And we are the London Bulldogs. So we have the number 2 seed. We don't have the number 1 because really both, like I said from the last season, both teams cannot have the number 1 seed. And we just lost to the Chicago Bears, so they get the first seed as well. And we battle off against the Dallas Cowboys. So the Carolina Panthers will be battling off against the Detroit Lions. And the Los Angeles Rams will host the Philadelphia Eagles. So for the AFC, the Las Vegas Raiders will host the Kansas City Chiefs. The Tennessee Titans will be hosting the Baltimore Ravens. And the Miami Dolphins will host the Cleveland Browns. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, however, get that first round bye. So they'll be home throughout their playoff standing. So without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff time.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Drew Brees and the London Bulldogs versus Philip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, now we are ready to kick off here in London, England, Wembley Stadium. So now Adam Vinatieri, the longtime NFL kicker, he's played for 26 years. And he kicks it off, and the Indianapolis Colts are ready to return. And we see Philip Rivers stepping on the field for the first time today. He has been active in this league since 2004, so he's been playing for 18 seasons. And by the way, this is the 2022 NFL season, in case if you're wondering. And they hand the ball off to Alvin Kamara, and he only gains about 5 yards on that play. So last week, 20 rushes, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown. So now this is going to be a 2nd and 5 here for the Indianapolis Colts. This is a battle between Drew Brees and Philip Rivers, former teammates when they played with the San Diego Chargers. So now this is going to be a 3rd and 3 now from the 39-yard line, as we are ready to play some defense. So now Rivers, he's trying to find a man, and he gets fumbled, but Alvin Kamara recovers. J.J. Watt gets his first sack of the game and his 9th on the year. So now we get to return the punt on 4th and 13. We got Odell Beckham Jr. ready to return the punt. So now he's going to punt this away, and Odell Beckham Jr. is about to return here. And he's going to return it for... Oh, he's going to return it all the way. He's going to get the first touchdown of the game. This is going to be the first touchdown, and this is a great way to lead your game. So now, 92-yard punt return for a touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr. gets his 2nd one on the year, and I'm pretty sure... I don't know when the first one was, the episode when he returned it for the first time. I'll have that link in the video if you guys want to check that out. And we're going to take a break. Alright, now this is 2nd and 12 from the 34-yard line here in London. So now, beginning of the second quarter, by the way, and Philip Rivers, he's 2 for 2 there. Threw it to Alvin Kamara, and now this is a 3rd and 5 from the 27-yard line here in London. So now Rivers throws the football to T.Y. Hilton. That's a first down, and they are at the 19-yard line. So now we're going to use some zone coverage here for the defense, and we're going to play some D. here in London. So we're winning now 7-0. You guys saw that amazing kickoff return, punt return by Odell Beckham Jr. And now we're going to use a 4-3 formation. And we are at the 9-yard line. So now they're going to hand the ball off. Oh, wait, they're going to throw the football. They're going to pass this to Jack Trey Burton, who formerly played with the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is going to be a 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. So now, 2-minute warning had just came up. And it's now 7-0 here in London. And now we're going to blitz here. So the Colts are looking forward to scoring their first points of the game, which they want to tie this game up. And they actually do with that amazing passing touchdown. So they threw it there. And that is now a 7-7 tie here in London. So we'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, now it is kickoff time. Roberto Sanchez kicks this off, and Joe Hayden will be ready to return here for the London Bulldogs. So now Joe Hayden does get stopped at the 31. We do see Drew Brees stepping on the field for the first time today. And we're going to use a wide corner. So I'm going to pass it to Harold McGrady, possibly Golden Tate or Larry Fitzgerald. So I'm going to throw this to Golden Tate. So now he does a juke move there. He gets a first down. And this is going to be a 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. So now we're going to use a 1st and 10. So we're going to use a 4 corners passing play. And now Brees, he's going to throw it way deep across the field to Larry Fitzgerald. Jumps on into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. And this is now going to be his 12th receiving touchdown on the season, as it's now going to be 14-7 here at the home of Buckingham Palace. Okay, now this is 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. So now Phillip Rivers, he's trying to find a receiver, and the ball is fumbled. And Gerald McCoy, he's going to return this all the way straight into the end zone. And he is going to get a touchdown. And this is going to be a 21-7 lead here for the Bulldogs. So now Jonathan Allen, excuse me. It's Jonathan Allen, my apologies. So now Jonathan Allen, he just returns it. He knew that fumble was coming, so Ronald Darby sacked Phillip Rivers, and then Jonathan Allen caught the ball, and he returned it all the way just to get 6 points. So now this is going to be a 21-7 lead here in London. We're going to take a break. And the Indianapolis Colts get another touchdown there. 45-yard touchdown that time. So now Phillip Rivers has 2 passing touchdowns in this game. So now this is going to be a 21-14 lead by the London Bulldogs. So we'll see you at kickoff. Alright, now it is kickoff time. This might be the last kickoff of the first half. And then we'll return again in the second half, since we kicked off in the first half. And Joe Hayden does get stopped at the 35. So we'll see you guys in the second half. Alright, now it is kickoff time here in London to begin the second half. So now Joe Hayden is ready to return the kickoff. Back to back already. First time he did not get a touchdown, and I'm afraid he does not. We were about to, but we got stopped at the 45-yard line. So now this is going to be a 1st and 10 at the 45. So Joe Flacco, he's going to hand the ball off to Melvin Gordon III. So he breaks 1 tackle, breaks another, and gets stopped at the 40. So he has 15 yards there on that carry. So now we're going to use the Z-spot pass play on 1st down and 10. So now I'm thinking of throwing the ball to Harold McGrady, and he completes it, gets a 1st down, does the juke move, and jumps on into the end zone. And that is another touchdown here for the Bulldogs. And this is going to be a 29-14 lead, because we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. Alright, now 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line here in London. So now Phillip Rivers throws the football, passes it to T.Y. Hilton, breaks tackles, and he gets stopped at the 36 there. 12 for 12, 196 yards impressively. So they have 203 total yards this offense. So he might end up, I know they might end up losing this game, but he has a benefit to that. He has a perfect passer rating of 158.3, hands the ball off to Alvin Kamara and gets stopped at the 30-yard line. And this is now going to be a 2nd and 4 from the 30 here in London. So now 2nd and 4 now from the 30. So they're going to hand the ball off. Oh, wait, he gets sacked. And will London recover? J.J. Watt, he's going to do it like his teammate Jonathan Allen did. And he's going to return it all the way to the end zone. He slides on in there. That is a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And it's now going to be 36-14 here at Wembley Stadium. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we are back on offense. Oh, and the London Bulldogs get an interception, so Jalen Ramsey, he's going to return it. He's going to get it into the end zone, and that is a pick 6 for the London Bulldogs. So now London has 3 defensive touchdowns in this game, so this gives Indianapolis their 3rd turnover. So Phillip Rivers trying to read the receiver intended for T.Y. Hilton, but Jalen Ramsey, he knew when to get the INT, and he returned it pretty far to get it into that end zone and score another 6 points. So we're going to take another break, and we'll see you guys when we are back on offense. Fourth interception of the season for Jalen Ramsey, by the way. Alright, now this is 4th and 8 from the 32, so Jalen Ramsey is ready to return the punt here for the London Bulldogs as they are at the 32, and Jalen Ramsey will be ready to return the punt. So now Ramsey, he just got a pick 6 in a few plays ago, and he's going to return this all the way again, and this is going to be a spectacular move as he gets it into the end zone. So he has a 5th career punt return for a touchdown, and it's now going to be 50-14 here in London. We'll see you guys in the 4th quarter. Interesting to see, though. He has 1 pick 6 and 1 punt return for a touchdown. That is super, super, super impressive. So we'll see you guys in the 4th quarter anyway. Alright, now this is 1st and 10, beginning of the 4th quarter, by the way. The Colts did get their 4th turnover. It was a fumble, but we did not get a touchdown there. So this is the first turnover in this football game that was not returned for any touchdowns. So now we get stopped at the 19 now. Melvin Gordon had 14 offensive rush yards that play. So now this is going to be a 1st and 10 here for the London Bulldogs. So now Joe Flacco, he's thinking about throwing the football to Harold McGrady, and that is incomplete. So now this is going to be a 2nd and 10 now. We're going to use a PA Power O pass play. And now we're ready to throw the football on 2nd and 10 from the 19. Fitzgerald, he gets a Fitzmagic touchdown. So now this is going to be a 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. And this is now going to be 58-14. And we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. If we don't make it, we're still going to win this anyway, as we will go into 11-1 booth review. We're going to skip that, and they're going to say, yes, it is a touchdown. And we're just going to move the chains. We'll just do a Power O with Frank Gore as one of our primary running backs. So now Flacco hands the ball off to Gore, and he does get it into the end zone. So this is now going to be 58-14 here at Wembley Stadium. So 2 points there. All he had to do was just run it in for 2 yards out and got 2 points. And we get an interception, 2-minute warning though that time, and I am assuming this is Richard Sherman's interception. And now we're going to use a HB run play with LaShawn McCoy. So now this will be a 1st and 10. So now McCoy uses a juke move, and he gets stopped at the 30-yard line for a gain of 15. All right, now 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Fitzgerald, Roethlisberger ready to throw, incomplete pass there, as it's now going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. We're going to use a quick slant route here, and we're thinking about using Larry Fitzgerald as our primary target. So I'm going to throw it to Fitzgerald, and he's going to get stopped at the 14-yard line. 1 for 2, 15 yards there on the play. So now this is going to be a 1st and 10. So now Fitzgerald, he's ready to throw the football. Ben Roethlisberger. And now we're going to pass it to him. And he gets stopped at the 1-yard line. So now this is going to be a 1st and goal. I'm just going to run it in. Or maybe not. I might just pass it to Fitzgerald and then we'll get a touchdown that way. So I prefer to run it in with Cam Newton because he has the incredible speed there. And that will be incomplete. 2nd and goal now from the 1-yard line. So I may as well just run it in if I have to. And I get sacked by William Henry. And now we're going to use a quick slant route here. 7-yard line now. 17 seconds to go. Will we make a touchdown for the game ends? We attempted to, but oh well. We're still going to get the W, and we improve our record to 11-1. So the London Bulldogs are your winners of today's episode. Oh, wait. So now we're going to attempt a field goal, and the game is over here at Wembley. So the London Bulldogs now are 11-1 on the season, and I believe they would have made it to the playoffs either in this game or in the next game. So just keep that in mind. And now we'll see you guys at statistics. All right, now Phillip Rivers, 112.4, 14 out of 18, 209 yards and 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. One of them returned by Jalen Ramsey for a touchdown. Drew Brees, 156.3, 3 for 4, 82 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Flacco, 149.3 passer rating, 2 out of 3 there, 2 touchdowns on the day. Ben Roethlisberger, 3 for 5, no touchdowns whatsoever. Now, let's check out our receiving-wise. Larry Fitzgerald, 5 receptions, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. So, Trey Burton, 6 receptions, 104 yards, and no touchdowns on the day. Harold McGrady, 2 receptions, 53 yards on the touchdown. T.Y. Hilton had 3 receptions, 37 yards, and no touchdowns. Michael Pittman Jr. had 1 reception and 35 yards on a TD, and Desmond Patman had 6 yards and scored his only touchdown of the day. So, Malcolm Jenkins, 2 sacks. Ronald Darby, J.J. Watt, and Terrell Suggs all had .5. Darius Leonard had .5. William Henry all had half sacks. So, Ramsey and Sherman both got INTs, but 51 yards there by Jalen Ramsey, and he scored. There were 3 defensive touchdowns. Jonathan Allen and J.J. Watt were the ones that recovered the fumbles for touchdowns, and Jalen Ramsey was the pick 6. And also for punt returns, this is surprising because Odell Beckham Jr. and Jalen Ramsey on their only punt return scored touchdowns. So I'm going to give credit to Jalen Ramsey in this game, mainly on special teams and defensive-wise. So with that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Leave a like. Stay tuned. Peace out.